Hi guys, I'm Chima George, and you are welcome to Mind and Excellence podcast, where we break down tested principles and proven scientific facts into practical and applicable information on how to attain the needed mindset change about mental excellence. On this episode, we'll be looking at the law of compensation and growth and how to take control of your thoughts in order to change the outcome of your life. Let's dive in. We have learned so far that thoughts are creative, but the problem is that most of us think that we are in control or in charge of our thoughts. This is one major error majority make. In reality, our thoughts are mostly controlled by our individual experiences, cultural and religious influences. That's why you find out that groups of people with similar experiences and influences think alike. For example, in Nigeria, it is a prevalent thought that you can't get ahead if you don't know someone up there at the top. And this thought pattern has bred godfatherism, nepotism, and corruption, which has become our common experience as Nigerians. And it all starts with a cultural influence and a wrong thought pattern, which has been passed down from generation to generation. Now, our present experience is always a product of our past thought patterns and influences. Our thought patterns of today determines what we will experience tomorrow or in the unfolding future. In effect, you and I can condition our life in exact accord with whatever we would want it to be if we can become very careful and select the kind of influence and thought patterns we allow to take up space in our mind. The wrong type of influence and thought patterns will produce the wrong kind of experience, while the right type of influence and thought patterns will produce the right kind of experience. Let me break it down for emphasis so that we can totally understand how to obtain the results we desire through our thought processes. For a second, imagine that you are a farmer and you desire to raise and sell red beans. The first thing you will do is to carefully select seeds of the best quality. You won't select brown beans or white cowpea seeds. No, you would look for red bean seed, the best you can find, right? Please note, if you plant the wrong type of seed, probably white cowpea or brown beans or even corn, on the same soil, you will get an harvest regardless, just not the red beans you desire. But if you have planted the red bean seeds and you give it the required attention during the growth period, you will never be in doubt as to the type and quality of the product or harvest you will receive. We plant, grow, and harvest our thoughts in exactly the same way as experiences, in kind and quality with exact precision. Because the law of compensation will not allow us to sow thoughts of one kind and reap the fruits or experience of another. No matter how justified the circumstances producing those thoughts may be to us, you will never get red beans from brown beans seeds. No matter how much you wish for it or how holy you get, for the religious amongst us, there is one thing I want you to be absolutely sure about. Due to the law and the operation of the law of compensation, you will express outwardly as experience the results of your predominant influence and thought patterns. Everything living and non-living are governed by this law, so we should never expect to experience abundance from thoughts of poverty or experience empowerment from thoughts of fear or experience health and victory from thoughts of disease. We saw our thoughts in our subconscious mind, and the law of growth brings them into tangible and visible experience, while the law of compensation ensures that you reap whatever you sow. If our thought patterns are made up of positive attributes like faith, courage, determination, gratitude, and love for others, our physical conditions and environment will produce experiences directly related to health, joy, and prosperity, not just for us, but also extending to people around us. On the other hand, if our thought patterns are negative, like fear, jealousy, hatred, envy, anxiety, our physical conditions and environment will produce experiences directly related to poverty, disease, struggles, misery, and suffering, not just for us alone, but also to people around us. Let me use another illustration or example to drive this thought home. Imagine that all of us are little manufacturing factories with access to the same quality of raw materials, but some of us manufacture abundance and health, while others produce struggles. Others still produce poverty and suffering, but we all use the same raw materials. The difference being only in the quality of seed ideas or thoughts that we have mixed with this raw material. This law does not respect religious or moral inclinations. It has nothing to do with whether one is a sinner or one is a saint. We all produce according to the quality of our thoughts, without any form of partiality. In conclusion, the universe is built and sustained by laws. Man did not create the universe, so we can neither stop nor avoid the laws, but we can work with or against it as we choose, and we experience good or bad based on the law of compensation and the law of growth. There is nothing mysterious about this, please, or religious about the outcomes and experiences of life. It's all based on the pattern of thoughts and the influence that dominates our minds. I know you enjoyed this episode, right? Then don't miss the next one, where we'll be looking at consciousness and concentration. But before then, ensure you subscribe so that you will be notified immediately the new episode is posted. Like, leave a comment, and share this podcast with family and friends. I hope you are living with something that will transform your mind and help you succeed in any area of interest.